Go external for possible dangers, not for validation. If you don't have a code, a set of standards that you define for yourself, you will constantly be looking for someone else's input to tell you how to live. This is the most ineffective way to become a successful person. The world does not care about you. You have to define for yourself who you will be today. Go external for challenge, for trials, for lessons. There's a lot of good that can come from without. But inside is where you must have your own validation. You must know who you are, believe who you are, based on a set of values and codes for you that no one else gets to change. The problem with our modern world is that we have all of our social media, all of our distractions, all of our influencers, all of the input from everyone else about how you should be. The truth is, no one can truly tell you how you should be. You must define that for yourself. You've avoided this. You've failed to embrace this, primarily because we live in a culture that thrives on being comfortable. It is the false promise of joy and happiness that if you're just comfortable all the time, your life will be incredible. It's actually the opposite. Look around the world outside of how humans live. Animals, plants, trees, they all get better, stronger, faster, more capable through hardship. The tree that grows to be 100+ years old didn't get there because it lived in perfect weather all the time. It had storms that it had to withstand. The trunk got bigger and thicker, and it grew taller. The roots got deeper. We are much the same way. Because you are constantly seeking comfort like a drug, like your next fix of satisfaction, your next fix of pleasure, keep the air just right, don't work too hard, it's killing you. It's turned you into a blob of jelly that is incapable of standing up against the storm. An example comes to mind from one of the best men I've met through my podcast named Mason Sawyer, and he gave this clear example I think will drive this point home. The difference between a cow and a buffalo as it relates to the storm. When a storm is coming, cows and buffaloes can sense it. There's something in their nature where they know it's on the horizon. They can feel the storm brewing, and they do two separate actions. The cow runs from the storm. It turns away from it and flees as fast as it can. But the truth is the storm is coming no matter what. You cannot outrun the storm. The cow will never be fast enough. And so what happens is as the storm is passing over, the cow is running with the storm. And so it stays in the storm longer. It suffers longer because it runs from hardship. It runs from the fear and the potential danger that exists within that storm. The buffalo, on the other hand, senses that, and it turns into it, and it charges head on at the storm. It runs through the storm. And so it shortens its suffering because it gets from point A to B faster. While the storm goes this direction, it goes the other. It gets through to the other side and back to the sunshine faster. What storms in your life are you running from? Is it fitness? Is it the hard conversation you need to have at work? Is it your marriage? Is it the way you're raising your children? Sometimes the storm is very small, but we still turn from it because our fears beat us before anything else can. We convince ourselves that we will lose before we've even begun. So back to the point of embracing challenge and hardship. You build this like a muscle. Your ability to embrace adversity is a skill. You can train to be better at it. Our society has been built upon avoiding hardship. And so it has made you weak when it comes to overcoming any kind of challenge. I was the same way. I had convinced myself that I had done everything I needed to do. I'd done all the right things to have the life that we all dream about. And I was weak mentally. I was so weak to any kind of real adversity that it just shattered me. And I went off to all my distractions. I avoided what I needed to do to make me actually better. I dove into temporary pleasure in exchange for long-term gratitude and satisfaction. Don't seek validation outside. You have to define that for yourself. It gets a lot easier to do this when you get in the habit of doing hard shit. When you work out, you're training your mind to withstand some pain. When you have those tough conversations with the people who have let you down, or it's at work, it's an employee who's not living up to the standard, and you have that hard conversation, you build that muscle of dealing with conflict. You get better at it. It's just like training for any other skill in life. Avoiding adversity, avoiding the storm, trying to run from the storm ensures that you will suffer for longer and you will not gain any benefits. You will not learn the lesson you needed to learn because you're running away from it. Don't be a cow, be a buffalo. If you're watching this video and you're thinking, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do what you just described, George. I'm stuck. I want to change, but I just don't know how. Well, then I have good news for you. Our coaching program is designed specifically to get you out of this position of feeling trapped, lost, hopeless. We'll train you to be powerful, to live by a code that you define for yourself, to embrace the hardships in your life, and to be supported by a company of other men committed to the same ideals, the same hard work, the same drive to live authentic, fulfilled lives, who will support you along the way. Because no man can do this alone. No one is that good. The most successful men I know are surrounded by other incredible guys. They rely on those men all the time. If you're looking for that, if you're hungry for that, if you're tired of being a lone wolf, starving in isolation and suffering needlessly, then click the link in this video. Join our free group, check out what we have to offer, and if you're really serious about leveling up and finding the code for you, the way for you to become the buffalo that charges through the storm to the other side, stronger, more capable, more confident, then we have just the solution for you. If you like what you heard so far, please like and subscribe to the channel. Your support means a great deal to us. And if you are serious about moving forward with your life and becoming the man you were born to be, check out our coaching program. Link is in the description.